This is Dr. Amie Harwick, a familiar face in West Hollywood, known for her work as a licensed family therapist and relationship counselor. Born on May the 20th, 1981 in Sellersville, Pennsylvania, Amie led a life that seemed typical at first glance. From dancing to modeling for Playboy to becoming a clinical psychologist and author, she wore many hats. But beneath her outward calmness lies a story filled with mystery and suspense. Then, everything changed. One day, Amie's life took a terrifying turn, plunging her into a series of horrifying events that altered her life forever. How did the promising life of a multifaceted woman like Amie take such a dark turn? What led to the shocking downfall of a woman known for helping others? And who or what was responsible for the tragic events that shattered Amie's world? As we delve into the depths of Amie's case, these perplexing questions loom large, demanding answers that may defy comprehension. So, get ready to dive into the tragic tale of Amie, where the facade of normalcy masks a truth too sinister to ignore. But before we proceed, our hearts and thoughts are with the family and loved ones of Amie Harwick, whose lives were forever changed by the events we're about to explore. Amie's story begins in the quiet town of Lansdale, Pennsylvania, where she spent her early years. Born into a loving family, she exhibited intelligence and curiosity from a young age. Besides facing personal challenges and being an adopted child, Amie excelled academically and graduated with honors. During her early years, Amie's interest in psychology and true crime blossomed, and so she immersed herself in books and research, fascinated by the complexities of human behavior. This early fascination laid the groundwork for her future endeavors. In pursuit of her passions, Amie explored dance and modeling, embracing opportunities for self-expression. However, her true calling lay in the field of psychology. Motivated by a desire to help others, she pursued higher education, earning a master's degree in clinical psychology and a doctorate in human sexuality. In 2007, at the age of 26, Amie made the pivotal decision to relocate to Los Angeles, California. It was here that she would establish herself as a prominent figure in the field of therapy and counseling. And with her unwavering determination, Amie finally opened her own family and relationship therapy clinic in West Hollywood. Soon, she became a trusted source of guidance for individuals seeking support. In addition to her clinical practice, Amie embraced the digital age, making an exceptional presence on platforms like YouTube to share insights and advice on relationships and mental health. Her contributions extended beyond the digital realm as she authored books and founded a networking movement aimed at empowering women. Throughout her journey, Amie stayed true to helping others. She dedicated her time to various charities and made regular appearances on podcasts, TV shows, documentaries, and her own YouTube channel, amplifying her message of hope and healing. But behind her professional success, Amie's personal life was a vibrant mix of Hollywood glamour and hidden depths. Her vintage-inspired fashion sense and bold performances made her stand out among other personalities. Despite her cheerful personality, Amie was drawn to eerie things like true crime and creepy collectibles. But even with her outgoing nature, she faced her own inner struggles. She found comfort in the mysteries that intrigued her. Famous for her relationships with metal musicians, she even dated Marilyn Manson. Amie's life was far from ordinary. As the sun rose on February the 14th, 2020, little did Amie know that tragedy lurked around the corner. What events unfolded that fateful day? On Valentine's Day in 2020, Amie began her day with a peaceful walk with her friend Cleopatra, soaking in the sunrise in the Hollywood Hills. They shared stories as well as laughter and stopped for breakfast at the Beechwood Cafe. Later that evening, Amie excitedly attended a burlesque show with friends, looking forward to seeing her friend Miss Tosh perform. She wore rosary beads, perhaps hinting at a sense of foreboding. After the show, they gathered for tea at the chic Nomad Hotel before Amie returned home around 1 a.m. Suddenly, screams pierced the night, waking her roommate Michael. Panicked, he rushed to Amie's room but found no sign of her. Unable to locate his phone, he fled the house seeking help from neighbors. Frantic calls to 911 summoned officers to the scene. They discovered Amie beneath the balcony, fighting for her life. Despite efforts to save her, she tragically succumbed to her injuries. The scene revealed signs of struggle, suggesting she was strangled before being thrown from the balcony. As the investigation unfolded, Amie's untimely death sent shockwaves through the community, leaving behind unanswered questions and a profound sense of loss. As investigators raced against time, they faced a shocking scene. Bloodstains marked a violent struggle in Amie's bedroom, while shattered rosary beads hinted at something sinister. Downstairs, a broken glass panel suggested a forced entry, along with the discovery of a syringe filled with a lethal dose of liquid nicotine. Michael, Amie's roommate, recalled hearing alarming sounds earlier in the evening, adding to the mystery. Each piece of evidence spoke volumes about the violence that had shattered the tranquility of her home. Surveillance footage revealed a mysterious figure approaching Amie's home, later tampering with cameras. Police connected the dots. The intruder waited for hours before attacking Amie, then fled, leaving her fighting for her life. Amidst all the confusion, Gareth Pershouse became someone the investigators were interested in. His mysterious background and strange actions made them wonder about him, so they carefully looked into everything he did and why he did it. Gareth's and Amie's relationship began in 2010 when they met at a party. Gareth, a 41-year-old photographer in the adult entertainment industry, stood out with his 6'4" frame and chiseled jaw. Despite their differences, Amie was drawn to Gareth's smart and friendly demeanor. However, friends noticed unsettling behaviors in Gareth, comparing him to Ted Bundy for his empty eyes and mirroring tendencies. And then one day, Amie's relationship with Gareth took a dark turn when she confided in friends about physical and emotional abuse. In 2011, she filed a restraining order against Gareth, citing instances of choking, suffocation, and emotional manipulation. Despite her efforts, the order was initially denied due to lack of evidence. Gareth's harassment persisted even after their breakup, with the incidents of breaking into her apartment, vandalizing her property, and posting derogatory messages online. Despite the ongoing trauma, Amie remained focused on her therapy practice, specializing in helping marginalized communities. She lived in fear of her stalker, whom she believed to be Gareth, but continued her work to support those in need. Time passed, and then, in the summer of 2017, Amie met Drew Carey, the famous comedian and host of The Price is Right, at a Hollywood party. Their first date at Disneyland led to a whirlwind romance, culminating in an engagement within months. However, their relationship faced challenges due to differences in communication styles and concerns about Carey's fame overshadowing their dynamic. An anonymous online post criticizing Amie's professional reputation added strain to their relationship, and in November of 2018, they decided to part ways, leaving Amie devastated. By early 2020, she began to recover and attended the XBiz Awards in January, representing Pineapple Support, an organization aiding sex industry workers. At the event, Amie encountered Pershouse, her ex-boyfriend from 8 years prior. Gareth, who had been underground for 5 years after their split, confronted her in a public outburst, shouting and causing a scene. Despite feeling scared and worried about Gareth's behavior, Amie tried to de-escalate the situation and focused on safety measures, including changing locks and installing security systems. Gareth's harassment persisted after the encounter, escalating with alarming messages and calls. Amie confided in friends about her fear of Gareth and expressed concerns about her safety. Despite her efforts to protect herself, Gareth fatally attacked Amie on Valentine's Day, strangling her before throwing her over the bedroom balcony. Following the murder, Gareth spent the day with another woman, claiming injuries from a bicycle accident. His subsequent social media activity showed a detached demeanor, further highlighting the chilly contrast between his actions and the tragic loss of Amie's life. Late that afternoon, as Gareth and his date tried to leave their Playa del Rey home, they found themselves surrounded by police cars. Gareth was arrested in front of his date and charged with murder and burglary. Inside the house, police discovered a syringe identical to the one found at Amie's balcony. At his trial in September of 2023, 41-year-old Gareth pleaded not guilty. However, the jury found him guilty on all charges, including first-degree murder, despite his defense team's argument that he intended to end his own life with a syringe and accidentally scared Amie into falling off the balcony. Gareth's sentencing was set for December the 6th of the same year, and he received a life sentence without parole. Amie's friend Robert Koshland expressed that while there might never be closure, justice was served. However, friends of Gareth struggled to reconcile the person they knew with the man who committed such horrific acts. The aftermath of Amie Harwick's tragic murder left a profound impact on those who knew her and those who followed her story. Beyond the courtroom proceedings and legal ramifications, the story of Amie's life and death resonated deeply with people, sparking conversations about domestic violence, the justice system, and the need for systematic change. Amie's story became a symbol of resilience and the enduring struggle against intimate partner violence. It prompted individuals and communities to confront the harsh realities of abusive relationships and the often difficult journey towards safety and healing. In the wake of Amie's murder, there was a heightened awareness of the complexities surrounding domestic abuse and the challenges victims face in seeking help and protection. The Justice for Amie petition and the proposal for Amie's Law reflected a collective effort to honor Amie's memory and advocate for tangible changes in legislation and policy. Amie's story also served as a stark reminder of the people enduring trauma inflicted by domestic abuse, not only on the victim, but also on their loved ones and communities. It highlighted the importance of fostering a culture of support, empathy, and proactive intervention to prevent further instances of violence and tragedy. As we reach the end of Amie Harwick's profound journey, her legacy ignites a spark for change in the fight against domestic violence. Her story echoes with the resilience of those who face adversity head-on. What are your thoughts on Amie's story and the issues it raises? How can we collectively work towards preventing domestic violence and supporting survivors? If you've been moved by Amie's tale and believe in the power of awareness, join us by hitting like, subscribing, and sharing this video. Together, we amplify Amie's voice and spread crucial awareness about intimate partner violence. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.